So I've honestly contemplated making this video, but honestly I kind of just want to talk about it because I've seen a lot of other people talk about this, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube, and I feel like I just want to, you know, dip my toes in a little bit, you know, put my hat in the ring. But we're gonna be talking about the WNBA. Again, like I've said, I've seen a lot of videos about this, and if you don't know why I want to be talking about this, buckle up, this is gonna be a good one. But before we go ahead and get into it, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. Your boy's trying to get to 1K before summer starts. That'd be lit. That'd be awesome. If we get to 1K before the summer starts, I'm gonna do a giveaway for some advanced GG, a tub, shaker, who knows. But anyways, I had to do my whole YouTube spiel. The WNBA is the predecessor to the NBA. Whether WNBA players want to agree with that or don't like it, it is true. And the whole ordeal with the WNBA is that a lot of the female athletes feel like they should be paid more. And of course they should, rightfully so. The NBA makes $10 billion a year, or at least last year they did. That's how much they've made, as opposed to the WNBA, they've only made 60 million, and they're technically losing 10 million each year, but that's being subsidized by the NBA. And if you don't know what that means, basically the NBA is just covering for them because they're trying to be inclusive. They're trying to help out the female athletes. And again, this is not to say that WNBA athletes aren't good. There are genuinely some good players out there. There really fucking is. Brianna Stewart, Candace Parker when she plays, she just retired. Fucking Diana Taurasi in her heyday. Like there's some genuine good players. Maya Moore when she was playing. Listen, don't get on me, bro. I when it comes to WNBA players, I got a bag of names that I know, but they all agree on one thing. Like I said, some of them claim they don't want to be paid more than the men, and they try to not make this a man versus woman thing or WNBA versus NBA thing. But a lot of the time, or often than not, they compare themselves to the NBA athletes. And whether or not you think that's right, that's your own opinion. But naturally, that's what's gonna happen. You have the WNBA that's for the men, and then the WNBA that's for the women. That's the whole reason why they have it. Now, is there a world where fucking they combine? Honestly, absolutely not. I'm sorry. If you fucking put LeBron James in the WNBA, I'm sorry he's averaging 90 points a game. That's how it is. Like, and vice versa. If you were to put, as of right now, there is not a WNBA player that could play in the NBA. Maybe you could make a case for somebody like Caitlin Clark. Maybe, which we will get into later. But like I said, the WNBA is losing around 10 million every year. That's being subsidized for the NBA so that they are not constantly, you know, in the negatives. But of course, that could change. And it's looking like it honestly might change. But before we go ahead and get into that, I want to talk about a lot of the WNBA athletes who have gone on to podcasts or on to ESPN or wherever it is, basically say that, you know, hey, we want to get paid the same as the men. Whether they say that directly or indirectly, that's up for interpretation, whatever you want to believe. But if you actually take a look at it, they don't want to get paid the same as far as how, this is what they say. This is not what I said. They're trying to say that they want to get paid the same revenue split as the NBA players, not the same amount of money. Let's just take a second and use LeBron James, like I said, for example. He recently signed, and this is going to be coming up, this is going to be ending soon, but LeBron James signed a 2-year, almost $100 million contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, basically an extension, where he would be making close to $50 million a year. Fucking insane, I know, but it's LeBron James. It's one of the biggest sports names in, honestly, NBA history. So it's well deserved. This is not the biggest contract in the NBA. No. Let's look up the WNBA highest. The highest paid player is a player from the Las Vegas Aces who have been just killing it. I've been seeing they literally just have a fucking full-blown super team. But Jackie Young, who is a 2-time WNBA champion, leads the charge as the highest paid WNBA player. Young earns $252,000 after signing a 2-year, $505,000 contract extension with the Aces. Following Young in the second spot is Seattle Storm star Jewel Lloyd, I don't know if I can know, at $245,000 per year. So $252,000. So let's just do the math. Let's just say $252,000 divided by 12. Monthly, she is getting $21,000. That's how much he's getting per month to play on a professional basketball team. Now let's look at LeBron, who's making about $50 million per year. Divide that by 12. He's making about $4.2 million a month. Like, that's insane. But according to some sources, as of April 28th, 2023, the WNBA will pull in anywhere between $180 million to $200 million this year. That's night and day from last year. They made $60 million last year. So that's a massive fucking improvement. And this is definitely the surge of new WNBA talent that's been either joining WNBA or expanding expected to join, like pre-sale, stuff like that. We'll get into that with Caitlin Clark, who's honestly one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, and honestly the best thing that's probably going to happen to the WNBA. I'll talk about that in a second. But WNBA players want the same revenue split as NBA players. But if that was the same, they would actually be getting less amount of money. I found this TikTok that explained it.
WNBA players wants the same rev split that the men get. What's the headline?
It says, we're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay, which seems fair. We did a little bit of research on this. There's 12 players on a team. There's 12 total teams, so 144 total players. The WNBA league loses $12 million a year. So if you divide 12 million by the 144 players, each player owes $83,000.
Thanks for playing.
But he did a lot of math, and it honestly made kind of sense. And again, I could be very wrong about this, and he might just be fucking around, and the math ain't mathin', but it made sense. They actually would make less if they got the same revenue split as the NBA players. But now let's go ahead and get into Caitlin Clark, which, if you haven't heard, is honestly the biggest thing to happen to the WNBA since probably Brittany Griner. And I'm saying that like in the retrospect, like I don't even know how to put that in for NBA terms. I'm gonna be honest. I think what Caitlin Clark is going to do for the WNBA, not even as far as like revenue, but as far as viewership, is going to be what Michael Jordan did for the NBA. I'm not fucking kidding. I wish I was kidding. Like, that is the impact she is having already. To give you a perspective of her impact, we need to talk about her college experience and her college impact. Women's college basketball, I'm going to be honest, was not watchable. It wasn't. I've watched women's basketball before. Some games are pretty lit, I'll be honest. But for a while there was a clear-cut like couple teams that were just gonna shit on everybody. Can't say that about men's anymore because there's a whole bunch of upsets and shit. But there was a couple. UConn was kind of like shitting on everybody. They had like a unbeatable season for like 4 straight years. There was there's South Carolina now. There was a couple. You know what I mean? And honestly, it just really wasn't watchable until Caitlin Clark came. And to give you an idea of her type of play and what she does, think about Steph Curry, but as a woman. She pulls up from 40. She breaks ankles. She has great playmaking. And again, she makes the game exciting to watch. Because again, there's not many people that do what she does, not only done it in college, but also in the WNBA. And in college, she's a fucking like sensation. She's an icon. I mean, she has a fucking State Farm commercial about her college career. Her college career is legendary. She never won an NCAA tournament championship, but she has plenty of accolades. To name a few, she's a league leader in pretty much fucking anything you can imagine for Iowa, which is where she went to college. But also across both men's and women's, she has the most points in NCAA history. Let me repeat that. For both men's and women college basketball, she has the most allotted points of all time. The previous owner of that title was Pete Maravich. And he also had that back before the 3-point line, which is crazy. But whatever. Now that we went all the way back to her college, how is this affecting the WNBA now? Well, to put in perspective, her jersey sales for the WNBA are like, they skyrocketed. She is already the #1 selling jersey for the WNBA. And also, the night that she was drafted, her jerseys for the Indiana Fever, where she was drafted, they sold out in every size, from extra small to to triple XL. They were sold out. That's insane. That's an immediate impact. And if that's not enough for you, the Indiana Fever last year only had 1 nationally televised game, but now they literally have an historic amount of games nationally televised. Out of the 40 regular season games, 36 of them are going to be nationally televised. That's insane. Like this is insane. The first 4 games of the Fever regular season will be scheduled on either ABC, ESPN, or Prime Video. Ew. But this is what they call the Caitlin Clark effect. This is what she's doing for the NBA, and it's honestly great. I love this. Not only is it getting more eyes and more money, and honestly, if they can get more eyes watching the WNBA, when they're about to have this new TV deal possibly kick in, of course, they need to show that they can make money and profit and basically show those potential buyers for the TV deal, hey, we can get eyes on us and watch us so that more players can get more money. That's the whole goal, right? So So why are we shitting on Caitlin Clark? There's a lot of videos surfacing around about a lot of veteran WNBA players kind of shitting on her and basically being like, yeah, she's not really that good. She's not going to do well when she comes into the WNBA. But I want more money. She'll help me do that, but she's not going to be that good. Why are we not embracing that? Why are we not embracing the fact that she could possibly save your fucking careers when it comes to money? Like, there comes to the point where I forget who it was on the Aces. I think it was like Liz Cambridge. She was not making enough money from the WNBA, so she started a fucking OnlyFans account. That's how bad it got. Like, cool, do you get your money, whatever it is. But of course, OnlyFans has that stigma and has that bad reputation behind it. So if you do get into that, there's a lot of backlash what comes with it, whether you agree with it or not. But getting back into the WNBA, this is a great thing for it. But the reason I wanted to make this video is to basically get your guys' opinion on the WNBA, because of course I've seen a whole bunch of videos about this, and I just want to know what you guys think about this. Not even just Caitlin Clark, just the WNBA in general. I feel like a lot of the time you see a lot of them complain at the wrong reason or for the wrong reason, and shit on a whole bunch of NBA players saying that they don't support them, when the NBA and their athletes are some of the biggest supporters for the WNBA. And on top of that, I see all over, you know, X and Twitter, whatever you want to fucking call it, of other women and basically shitting on everybody else for not supporting the WNBA and for not, you know, giving them your money essentially. I don't fucking know. But those same people that shit on others for not watching the NBA don't actually watch or support the WNBA. If you're gonna go over to one person and say one thing, don't go behind their back and do the thing you told them not to do. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. It really does make my day when you guys comment. Again, good or bad, your boys chilling. For the most part, again, if you disagree with me, I don't care. I just love hearing, you know, feedback and honestly just listening to what you guys have to say. It's not an argument. It's just a conversation, and it means a lot to me. So I'll see you guys in the next video. But again, don't do drugs. Okay, bye.